Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another celebrity reading. This time it's on Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and their beef again. If you haven't seen my last reading, I did on this a while ago. I'll put a link to it up here. But Cardi and Nicki were going after each other on Twitter for a long time, and they both were saying some really hateful stuff about each other and their families, both of their kids. Like, they were going in the have. Like, I have not seen people drag each other like that in a very long periodically of time. Like, this is insane. Like, it was wild. I'm pretty sure both of them were going below the belt. I will say this. It is nice to see authenticity, at least. That's the positive takeaway of this. Like, at least they're both being honest for once and not pretending to be nice. Like, they hate each other. We knew they hate each other. We knew that it was like deep rooted, and at least now, like, all bets are off, the gloves are off, and we know what it really is. So I'm gonna take a look at this as best as I can. What's gonna happen, what's going on, why the beef is still there. I'm also gonna look at Cardi's beef with Ice Spice and what happened with Latto. So remember, these readings all at different time personally, and let's get started. If you guys like this, please make sure you hit that join button down below to join the YouTube members. There's a ton of additional content, celebrity readings, pick a card, story times. You can win a reading from me. There's stuff on the meaning of life, demons, angels, celebrities making pacts with demons, stuff like that. So you're missing out. I think I might do a Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman reading for you guys too. I just did a Tate McRae one for the members. All right. So Cardi's on the left, Nicki on the right. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you guys aren't going to believe me when I say that. You guys are going to think I'm biased, but it's there. It's the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is the jealousy card, and it's on Cardi's side. I don't know what to say. I already know you guys are going to come for me, but it's there. How do I read that any other way? So the Three of Cups is jealousy. It's also comparison. So Cardi's sick and tired of being compared to other people, but she's also paying attention to what everyone else is doing. It's very, very adamant with the Three of Cups. Like, that's someone who's like, I mean, it's on a good note. It's like, I want to be the best. So that's good. But I also think that there's something going on with the Three of Cups turns into paranoia a lot of times, where it's like she's paranoid that everyone is against her, which is interesting, right? Because Nicki Minaj has been accused of the same thing. So I think these two might have a little bit more in common than we realize. So the Nine of Cups being reversed for Nicki Minaj is about not getting what I want. So it definitely feels like Nicki Minaj feels like she's stopped at every route that she goes down. She's, sabotaged. These are things she's worded, so it's not shocking to see that. But she feels like she's like, they're trying to like get rid of her. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is anger between the two of them. I get it. It's like two beautiful women who are angry and fighting, right? It makes sense. But the Queen of Wands is also about a throne. And so them fighting for the throne makes sense, right? So this makes sense. So let's go a little bit deeper. I want some clarification on the jealousy card here for Cardi. Yeah. So the Hierophant is reversed, the Eight of Pentacles upright, and the Three of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles, like hard work. The Three of Swords, heartbreak, and the Hierophant. We've done this before. We've gone over this before with Cardi's past readings, where it's like, she didn't, really give the label what they wanted. And so there are issues financially to back her up. Yes. I think what she's finding out is that there's a cycle in the music industry, and when she was favored, she was on top, and now other people are getting favored and she's struggling. And so I think when we look at the Three of Cups, I think she's looking at some of the smaller up and coming rappers, and she's like, fuck, that used to be me. She's starting to realize that Nicki was right about some things when it comes to the cycle of the industry, but she's too stubborn to admit that. The Hierophant is like a lack of follow through. So it's like she gets a taste of it, and then she just like derails. And the Three of Swords also says her personal life has kind of taken over a lot of her issues. It seems like her business mind is kind of in the wayside. The Three of Swords is like on my heartbreak. So I really do think that she took her breakup and her situation with her ex to heart, and it really fucked her up. I mean, especially the Hierophant is a breaking of a marriage or a commitment. So it's like, it definitely seems like her personal life kind of spiraled her, and it seems like she kind of lost focus. We already know this. I do still want a little bit more clarification when it comes to her and Nicki. Yeah, the Ace of Cups. She actually genuinely believes, so she believes that Nicki has been trying to sabotage her. She does. That's what it is. She feels like Nicki has sent ops in her life. Nicki has like gotten information about her. The things that she said that she was doing to her on Twitter, she feels like Nicki was doing to her. Like the things that Cardi said, because Cardi said something about on Twitter, like how like, oh, the people in your house come and tell me all your tea. She feels like the same is happening to her. So it's a little bit of projection, but it also makes sense. The Five of Wands, the Hangman, and the Ace of Cups is like, that's like having to let go of people in my life and seeing people change. I think Cardi's issue is she's too trusting of people and she believes whatever someone tells her and acts first. So when you have like the Five of Wands, that's like I like to fight. The Hangman, I don't want to let go of this grudge. And the Ace of Cups is about people who don't really share loving bonds or don't have love for me. So what that translates to is someone walks up to her and says, hey, Nicki said this. She's going to automatically believe it, fly off the handle, say some crazy shit. Probably what happened with Ice Spice too, which we'll get into. Someone says some crazy shit to her and then she mouths off and then now she looks stupid. So that seems to be the cycle. It just seems like people are really good at getting a response out of her and she's really, really gullible to believe what people put in her, like the battery people put in her back. Yeah, look at that. The Devil card. I think she's easily manipulated. The Devil card here with the Ten of Cups tells me that the people around her and the people in her circle do not wish her the best. The people she would consider friends or family do not have her best interest at heart. The Hermit's reverse, which tells me that these people actually don't like her at all. It actually really makes me sad for Cardi. I don't think she realizes. I think she thinks she has a good circle. She has a horrible circle. I mean, everyone here is absolutely not supporting her and does not want her to succeed. In fact, I do think she has ops in her circle. To me, it seems like I know she claimed that she does this to Nicki, but I got to be honest with you, they're double agents because there are people in her circle that are absolutely on Nicki's side and bait her for Nicki. Like, I don't know if she realizes this, but the Ten of Cups, that's not your family, girl. Those aren't the people around you. Like, you have horrible people in your space. You do. And I'm a little bit concerned about that because it doesn't seem like she realizes this. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the Three of Pentacles, the Empress reverse, and the Page of Swords. Yeah. Also think there are executives as well. There's executives as well, like, because the Three of Pentacles is the job, so that would be the people in the label. And the Page of Swords is about fighting, and the Empress. There are executives that are actually enjoying the fact that she's fighting and making issues because they don't like her. Like they want, like, I think the label is kind of split on what to do with her. And some people are like, we need an excuse to drop her. I want to get rid of her. So they're kind of baiting her into this as well and feeding into the Nicki beef. I think Nicki is smarter than Cardi and realizes this, but Cardi doesn't realize it. But yeah, there are people that she thinks are like supporting her that are actually sabotaging her. It's very obvious to me. Now let's look at the clarification with Nicki and what her problem is. It's never about fucking Cardi. I knew it. So the King of Pentacles, she said so many issues that she had so many issues with Jay-Z, allegedly. These rings all alleged for tapers only. But that's what the King of Pentacles, she's mad at the industry. The Seven of Pentacles is about comfort and the Page of Pentacles is about expectations that aren't met. She feels like the standard that she needs to reach is higher than the other girls and she's sick of it. And she feels like she's not supported financially and in opportunities the way the other girls are. And she feels like it's not fair. Her beef is with the people above Cardi. So I actually don't think she cares about Cardi the way people think she does. I think, yep. Wow. Yeah, the Queen of Swords is reversed. So that's about poking a bear. The Wheel of Fortune, bad luck. And the Eight of Wands, rapid change. She is using Cardi to get to other people. She realizes that Cardi has a big mouth and Cardi is a loose cannon. And she's waiting for Cardi to say things to confirm some of her suspicions. So I don't think Cardi realizes how many strings are being pulled behind the scenes between these two. And Nicki baits her into reactions because Nicki wants her to slip up. I actually think that Nicki is building a case. Allegedly for entertainers only. The Wheel of Fortune being reversed, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. She's trying to get people to say things and do things to implicate themselves or to give information that she's looking for some sort of paper trail or some sort of information when it comes to litigation or potential court or litigation. She is actually actively seeking out information. It's kind of crazy, kind of wild, but I do see it there. The Queen of Swords being reversed says that she doesn't really care if she sounds crazy because she wants the information. So I feel like that's the Queen of Swords. Quite interesting. I mean, Nicki really doesn't give a fuck. She's got bigger fish to fry, she feels. Cardi is like a toy to her and a loose cannon. Yeah, she feels like if Cardi says or does a few things, she'll accidentally spill the tea on things she doesn't know about. Interesting. Like Cardi's the weakest link. The High Priestess is upright, which is interesting too, because the High Priestess is about trust. It's about healing. And the Five of Cups being reversed is like predicting disappointments where it began, and Queen of Cups is reversed. So it's like a lack of emotion or, spilled emotions. And so those three together are a little bit more of a detached feeling. And it's also about the people you're connected to, the people you trust, right? The people you're connected to. So to me, Cardi is connected to people that she's trying to get at. It's not really Cardi directly. In fact, I don't think Nicki cares when she screams and yells. I don't think Nicki cares about this beef at all. This is not what I expected. I don't think she cares at all. I think Nicki's goal is to make a Cardi B paranoid I think Nicki's goal is to make Cardi B look crazy and say something that she can use later on. And I think she's succeeding because I see that. I already see Cardi paranoid. I see Cardi comparing herself to other people, panicking. I see her a little bit jealous of other people, of the younger girls. Yeah. I think Nicki is baiting her and trolling her. Yep. Look at that Page of Wands. Yep. And the Five of Pentacles, what did I say? It's the people above Cardi that she's looking for. It's not Cardi directly. The Judgment card is about embarrassment. She's trying to make these people realize that, like, she's trying to embarrass these people. Anybody related to Cardi, she's going to embarrass them. She wants them to be embarrassed to be around Cardi because she's trying to get to them, not Cardi. Cardi is a pawn, and she always will be. And Cardi is not smart enough to realize that Nicki is doing this because she's too reactive. If Cardi would slow down and realize this, I think she would understand that they have a lot more in common and they're both very much getting played by the industry more so than she realizes. I just think that Cardi doesn't realize it because she's just blinded by the anger from the situation, which I get, but it's like, girl, at the end of the day, the same thing that happened to her is happening to you. It is. It really is in real time. Like, the industry does not give a fuck, especially about rap, especially about black women. Like, I wish these two could have gotten on the same page, but is it ever going to be mended? Fuck no. No. These two will never mend their fence. Not anymore. No. To be honest with you, Nicki doesn't respect her, but I just don't think that Cardi is willing to swallow her pride. In this situation anyways. Like, even if by a miracle they both apologize, I don't think Cardi would swallow her pride. I mean, neither would Nicki, to be fair. But again, Nicki doesn't want anyone. Nicki doesn't respect her. She doesn't even care. That's why I'm like, she's really doing all of this to build information and to like build cases and to like get information and to spread the word about other situations that are connected to this. It's like if I got on the rooftop and, like, you know, took my shirt off and started screaming and then I made a political statement because I got everyone's attention. That's kind of what Nicki's been doing. To be fair though, I did see it happen live on Twitter and Cardi started it this time. Because Cardi was tweeting at Barbs and Barbs were being messy, and she was saying, like, the Barbs were saying, like, it's not going to outsell Pink Friday 2, it's not going to outsell Pink Friday 2, and she said, okay, then screenshot it and remember this. And then when it didn't outsell Pink Friday 2, whatever the fuck happened, then Nicki Minaj retweeted it, and then she got mad, and then Cardi got mad at Nicki. But it's like, you started that, so I didn't really understand why Cardi was upset about that. I'm like, bitch, you started it, what the fuck? But I mean, these two have hated each other forever, so I'm sure something else happened behind the scenes that we're not privy to, and they both were slinging mud at each other, and it doesn't even matter who started it. They both were just going in and saying horrible things about each other. So does it really matter who started it? Not really. But anyways, Sun being reversed, Two of Wands reversed, and the Lovers card reversed. There's one specific person that is a go between these two, that is super close to Cardi. Like, really close, like best friend, who's an op. I'm telling you right now, it's a best friend. It's someone super close or a lover. I don't know what the fuck it is. All I can tell you is there's someone right next to Cardi who is an op and much prefers Nicki Minaj to her. And all your tea is being spilled to her from this person. You got an op in your circle. So I'm going to take a look at Latto and Ice Spice because I'm pretty curious here. So I want to look at what happened with Ice Spice first, and then we'll do Latto. But I think it's going to end up being that Three of Cups. You know, she's panicking and she's looking at the other girls and how the other girls are being financially supported in ways that she's not anymore. And I think she's panicking. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. All right, let's take a look here. So we're going to look at Ice Spice first and see what happened and what's going on. So Cardi, Ice Spice, energy in between. She thought she could play Ice Spice. Yeah, you thought you could play Ice Spice. She thought that Ice Spice was a pushover. She thought that she could just say whatever she wanted to Ice Spice or make demands to Ice Spice, and Ice Spice would have to fall in line because Cardi came here first, or Cardi came up first. But Ice Spice, I think, was just very polite to her and to her face, and then turned around and just was like, I don't give a fuck what she has to say. I'm doing whatever I want to do. Isn't she a Capricorn? I was like, that's such Capricorn energy. I'm not surprised. So Cardi feels like she's fake. The Three of Swords is reversed. She's like, what the fuck? You're like, this is like, we said we were going to do one thing and you pulled out, or you didn't want to do it. What the fuck? Like, you're fake. You lied to me. But and the Five of Pentacles has to do with business gone wrong. And she also feels like other people got in your ear. I feel like other people got in your ear and persuaded you to make decisions that would hurt me, or bad financial decisions at work, bad career decisions that would either like separate you. I don't know if they were supposed to attract together or what, but there's some sort of feeling of like, oh my God, someone's in your ear, someone's in your ear. And the Judgment card is upright, which tells me that Ice Spice just, here's the thing. Ice Spice is very particular about her business, but she's not going to argue with you. She's just going to do it. This is quite interesting. I did not expect her to be this way, but the Judgment card here is like, I'll have my people deal with it because I don't give a fuck. You'll get over it. And the Judgment card also tells me that she feels like she's trying to go where where people like, look at that. Like, that's like where the love is, where the support is. I'm not trying to go with this. Like, you look at that as like Ice Spice kind of separating herself from this shit because she doesn't feel like it's worth it. Yep. The Six of Swords is about the internet, and it's about change. And the Temperance card is upright, which is patience and balance. And the Lovers card is about connecting to people, or connecting to the audience. Ice Spice is looking to go where things are viral. Ice Spice is looking to go where things are popular. Ice Spice is looking to go where things are more interesting to the internet or the younger generation. She just doesn't care about Cardi because she feels like Cardi's like old school. And for her, she's like, there's not really growth potential here. Like, that's just the feeling. It's kind of just like, whatever. Like, it's funny because Ice Spice doesn't take this personally. Ice Spice sees this as business. Ice Spice is a little cold. She's a little cold. She's business-minded. That's why I said Capricorn energy. It's a little cold. I don't think Cardi's used to cold energy. She's a Libra. She's attached. Ice Spice is detached. So for her, she was just like, this is just stupid, and I'm not doing it. This is like, your behavior is weird. Like, that's it. Like, for her, it's money. She's money, business. And if it doesn't make sense or I don't like it anymore, I'm not interested. I'm looking to see what's going viral, what's trending. This is whack. Like, that's her feeling. And even her behavior, she'd just be like, this girl's bugging, bye. Like, there's no energy here. But when you look at Cardi, see, the Moon is reversed, revealing of a truth. That's vulnerability. The Four of Cups is detachment, and the Queen of Pentacles, like, you detach from a project, you detach from things. I just think that she doesn't realize that. I mean, look at that, right? That's like feeling like you're like a snot-nosed kid, right? That's a feeling of like you're biting the hand that feeds, or a feeling of like the younger girls don't respect, or you're not paying your dues. Doesn't that sound a lot like what happened with Nicki Minaj? Doesn't that sound a lot like what happened with Nicki and Cardi? Like, it's very similar. His pattern of behavior, history is repeating itself. This is what Nicki was trying to warn her about, and the same shit is happening to her. The younger girls don't give a fuck about you. How does it feel, girl? Like, that's what this is. This is Ice being like... This is the equivalent of Ice being like Chop plus Unk. That's it. That's it. See, she's losing control. Cardi has lost control. The Four of Wands reversed and the Four of Swords, and that's people saying no to her, not wanting to work with her, not wanting to do things with her. Not because they don't like her, but because they feel like there's a risk here of it not doing well when I have other opportunities. I mean, Ice Spice is working with younger people anyways, isn't she? She just worked with Cat's Eye, right? Like, that's just she's not focused on this. She doesn't feel like it's a direction for her career, and she doesn't understand why this girl's bugging. She's just like, bye. Lame. Again, Chop plus Unk. All right, I want to look at the Latto beef with Cardi. Cardi on the left, Latto on the right. Oh, that's actually not nice. Oh, that makes me sad. I don't even like Latto, but that makes me sad. The Tower is dramatic, catastrophic event. It just means that Cardi has a habit of destroying things. But Tower is a horrible pull. The Two of Swords is a separation between the two of them. Didn't they have beef and then like reconcile? That reconcile is bullshit because the Chariot's upright, which is Latto moved on, but I don't think Cardi did. No. She's full of shit. The Seven of Wands is reversed, which is like not wanting to prove myself. The Magician's upright, which is communication. But the King of Cups is, a Libra lying and restock. But the King of Cups is reversed, which is a detachment. I think that having Latto on her side was strategic. And she wanted to keep the peace, but it's also strategic. Latto, you look stupid. I'm sorry. It's the truth. The Hermit's upright, which is about isolation. You're on a land all on your own, right? You're a planet all on your own, essentially. The Hangman is about sacrifice, but it's reversed. She's not willing to sacrifice. And Seven of Swords is a victory at all costs. She already knew this. Latto already knew this, or at least suspected it. But She's just was like trying to lay low. But Latto already knew this. Latto already knew that Cardi was being mostly fake. She did. But Latto, the problem with Latto is that everybody hates her. So she's kind of stuck. You need to release a diss track, girl, and not expect her apology, but do what you want. I think that's what you should do, though. The Devil card here, Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. There's another rap girl that's about to get pulled into this. And it's going to get even uglier. Devil card, Three of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups is someone else who's had an issue with one or both of these girls. Or maybe, I mean, I'm assuming it's probably Nicki and Cardi as the main people, but either way, who's about to throw their hat in the ring, and it's going to get really ugly with that Devil card because this person is almost like, I don't like either of you. So there's a third person here, Three of Pentacles, that's going to insert themselves right directly in the middle. I'm like, who's it going to be? I'm like, who else has an album out? Doja Cat? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys like this. I feel like this was a juicy, long reading. So if you like this, hit that join button down below. Join the YouTube members. There's so much additional content. Until next time, bye, guys. I feel like I've been nonstop talking.